plot of Macbeth follows a once loyal general descending into tyranny and bloodlust. Macbeth is a general to the King Duncan of Scotland before betraying him and committing regicide to seize the throne, and begins murdering people to keep his power, increasing the tension, such as in Act 4, Scene 2, when Macbeth sends murderers to kill Macduff's family. After this, the tension comes to a climax as Macduff and Malcolm go to war against Macbeth in Act 4, Scene 3, where Malcolm suggests Macduff, quote-unquote, dispute it like a man. This quote shows that Malcolm supports going to war after the murder of Macduff's family. After their battle, the story slows down after Malcolm kills Macbeth. The resolution shows Malcolm becoming the hailed King of Scotland in Act 5, Scene 8, as a crowd chants, "Hail, King of Scotland!" ending this dark and sinister story on a high note. Macbeth's mood is dark and sinister. Throughout the play, sinister actions are committed by Macbeth. In Act 2, Scene 1, Macbeth tells the sleeping Duncan, "Hear it not, Duncan, for it is a knell that summons thee to heaven or to hell." This quote is right before Macbeth kills Duncan, and it shows the dark and sinister mood of Macbeth, because it is Macbeth saying goodbye to his friend that he is about to murder. Macbeth's tone is about bloodlust, greed, and hunger for power. In Act 1, Scene 7, Lady Macbeth convinces Macbeth to murder King Duncan and to seize the throne. "When you durst do it, then you were a man." This quote shows Lady Macbeth's attempts to convince her husband by insulting his manhood, essentially saying, "You aren't man enough to do it." Shortly after this, Macbeth murders King Duncan in Act 2, quickly rising to power in Acts 2 and 3. This clearly displays the tone of bloodlust, greed, and hunger for power as Macbeth betrays and murders his friend to satisfy his wife's and his own desires for the throne. Shakespeare makes characters relatable to the audience, both old and modern, to help convey the play's themes. The original audience likely had a perspective of a leader becoming corrupt, then having justice and retribution executed to restore order in Scotland. A modern audience likely has a perspective of a historical fiction, and likely has a harder time understanding the dialogue due to it being in a much older style of English. Throughout the play, characters such as Macbeth crave riches and power. In Act 1, Scene 3, Banquo tells Macbeth, "You shall be king." This quote fuels Macbeth's hunger for power and drives his character development for the rest of the play. The drive for power can be relatable for audiences both old and new. Metaphors and similes compare two unlike things together. Metaphor and similes can deepen the themes of a story because they are more descriptive of a character, their traits, and their emotions. An example of a metaphor in Macbeth is in Act 4, Scene 3. Malcolm says to Macduff, "Be this the whetstone of your sword. Let grief convert to anger. Blunt not the heart, enrage it." This quote is a metaphor said by Malcolm telling Macduff to convert his grief from his family's death into anger, driving his motivation for revenge to kill Macbeth. An example of a simile in Macbeth is Act 1, Scene 6. Lady Macbeth says to Macbeth, "Your face, my thane, is as a book where men may read strange matters." This is a simile saying that Macbeth has an easily readable face and facial expressions, allowing other people to see his emotions and thoughts. The setting of Macbeth sets place in medieval Scotland. This setting influences the plot as there aren't the same technologies we have today. It also influences the mood and tone as medieval times are typically seen as the Dark Ages, which adds to the sinister mood. In Act 1, Scene 2, Ross says, "God save the king." This quote shows the medieval time period and the monarchical system of the setting.